being absolutely fucking spot on with my visions, with my psychic investigations, with my spiritual consultations concerning the upcoming events of the world since 2016, 2017. I feel like the dream that I had last night, which was way more than a dream, lucid dream, realized that I was dreaming, went right in the heart of the matter. I feel if I don't come out and say this, I'm going to kick myself. I'm going to really hate myself. And I can't do that anymore. There's so many things that I've seen, consulted on, and just kind of put on the back burner, and then it ended up happening, and I was just like, fuck, maybe if I said something. So I'm going to trust my intuition that has been, 80% at least correct. If you go back through all my blogs, people are pulling things. Apparently in late 2019, I even said there would be a Ebola-like virus that could disrupt elections for 2020. Well, we're looking at it. So last night I was shown, I believe, I don't want to give out details because there are secrets with the Loa, there are secrets with other spirits of my tradition that come through. These are ways that I know it is actually them. Look for, while everyone's under volunteer, or I think we'll get there, mandatory quarantine, stuck in their houses, look for, I'm going to call it the shadow government at this point, because that's really what it is. It is a hidden government beneath our visible government that Trump is fully aware of, and I believe the building of the Space Force is to wrangle back in the secret space program, which in a lot of ways acts as our shadow government. Our shadow government, knowing that the majority of people are stuck inside their homes, are going to build infrastructure. Look for it, kind of like those fake trees, but they're going to put towers, they're going to put cables underground while everyone is in their homes. They're going to build satellites. They're going to send low orbit satellites. And there's going to be a lot more drones in the skies while you are all quarantined in your homes. That is going to be a network, a infrastructure of control. China came out with their social credit score. I believe what was set over there was to destroy that so that they could take that and implement it here. So this really could be the way that they create and finish off their building of the infrastructure for the social credit score, which will really be a absolute lockdown on verbal, audio, and visual surveillance and information gathering on the American people. So while you were all quarantined, this is going to be built. I am also warned that during the quarantine process, that we are going to see a spike in missing children, and that we're going to see a spike in vagrants and the homeless being disappeared again. A lot of people are aware of MK Ultra, and the smart ones know that MK Ultra never actually went away. This will be, I believe, a harvesting of people who are the throwaways and the disposable of our society for medical testing and for human slavery and for blood sports, etc., to entertain the elite. But the children that go missing, I think that there's going to be, of course, the global pedophile networks. Of course, they're wrangling kids for cages and, ending up in Bill Gates' private yacht and others like him. But there's something else. I am Rh negative bloodline. So that's something I don't talk about because it has been stupidly and foolishly and irresponsibly blathered about and shouted out at at YouTube, and I'm sorry, but some of the most insane, delusional people have been talking about this since, oh, remember 2012? Holy shit. Remember those people who knew me then? And I was like, anyone telling you that 2012 is going to be this massive paradigm shift should not be listened to and should be mocked into an existence? Well, listen to me now. The bullshit that they spread, forget it. The bloodlines of Rh negative, there's something to do. So if you're Rh negative, take real inventory and stock of the world around you. I believe that most of the DNA testing, the my ancestor and all that other kind of nonsense was used as a government data collection. I know a lot of you know that too, but also in the development of bioweapons. However, there's a singling out of individuals with Rh negative. I have already been, I part of the information I can't give out, I can't talk about is things that people have approached me. Also, if you're Rh negative, look for people to approach you too. And if enough of you start talking about it, then I'm going to start sharing my own experiences. Or I should say, if the experiences that you're sharing are similar to mine, I will start sharing mine. But look for a lot of kids to go missing. Watch your kids. Make sure they don't end up in singular quarantine huts or that they're shuffled around. You know, adults on this side, kids on this side. The Obama administration, oh, fuck Obama and big fucking Mike. Our first tranny. That's a man. And I've been saying that since like 2009. And bless Joan Rivers for actually speaking the truth on that. Not that that really matters, but it is the case. Because of Obama. This is when I lose. This is when I lose train of thought. Because of Obama and the way that he allowed ICE and Homeland Security to put kids in cages and create areas for kids and create areas for parents. It wasn't Trump. Those kids in cages pictures, that was the Obama administration. Certain individuals have already been trained that it is okay morally to take children, actual children from actual parents, not these are the kids I kidnapped in Mexico and I'm bringing them up across, into the United States to pimp them. No. Not the criminal illegal alien element, but the actual, these are our actual kids. So there's going to be people who are willing to take these kids away from these parents, and those kids are going to be disappeared. Not all of them, but there's going to be a group of them, especially the ones that are Rh negative. That's what I'm trying to get at. I just woke up and I've still got the voices of these spirits in my head, and they're still talking to me, and I'm still kind of like whining it out. But definitely the building of an infrastructure while everyone's quarantined, the missing of children, the taking of hobos and transient individuals, the fuck, I'm losing trains of thought right now because I'm still kind of in a trance state. Oh, and yes, the interest in Rh negative people with the Rh negative blood, as well as the contacting of them. I'm not kidding you. If you're Rh negative and you know this to be sure, and there are individuals contacting you, and you'll know what I mean because you'll have the similar experiences that I do, let's start talking about that. I started right now. This is my in. I will go no further. But if you are Rh negative and you've been contacted, tell me or share your experiences so I know it's similar. And if enough of you do it, I can begin to add a voice into the conversation because I think there's something definitely going on with this. I don't want to give any more because I don't want to feed or seed. It's got to be legit. We are so far past the bullshit of the last 10 years where people could just irresponsibly and arbitrarily throw out so-called psychic information, so-called mediumship information, so-called channel information. None of those stupid fucks were even remotely correct. None. None, none, none. I know who was legit. I listened to them. I gave into the conversation. There are only a handful of people that actually, factually know what the fuck they're talking about and know what they're doing. And the majority of YouTube, you're absolutely full of shit. And we're in positions like this because you diverted individuals, you threw out red herrings, you gave out nonsensical facts, and you've ruined a great deal of what true spirituality is. If you're listening to these people who just give out metaphysics and haven't been able to tell you about the upcoming troubles, haven't been able to tell you about larger global events, it's time to ignore them. I don't give a fuck what they think they're connected to. If their spirits aren't telling them, look, you've got problems coming. You've got a major pandemic. You've got children going missing. You've got a global pedophile network. You've got major trauma in your government and world governments. There is intergalactic issues going on. If their spirits aren't telling them this, it's time to turn it's time to walk away, because they are not connected. They do not have that connection to be able to take the information given and put it out in a practical way. And if they aren't getting that information, I don't know who their spirits are, because mine are deeply concerned with humanity, are deeply concerned with the community at large, and are deeply concerned with the individuals in my temple. So I don't understand why it wouldn't be the same for them. Just a thing. It's where they are. Perhaps it's where they are spiritually. It's where they are in their development levels. So, big spirits, big things, big minds, or you could get with petty things, petty spirits, petty minds. It's up to you. It really is. Ultimately, as always. So let me refocus. RH negative bloodlines. Start sharing your stories if there are any. Don't bullshit. Don't make stuff up. We are so far behind this. It's YouTube famous is bullshit. Share your authentic fucking stories. And if you don't have any, whatever. It doesn't matter. But if you do, have the balls, the ovarian fortitude, whatever you have, because there's only two genders. Everything else is mental fucking illness. Share your stories about that. If you have children, watch them. Make sure that they don't get out of your sight, especially in quarantine situations. And while you are under either voluntary or mandatory quarantine, watch for the building of infrastructure. People start showing up, working on your streets, working in the sewer systems, installing things, installing towers, whatever. Watch them. See what they're doing. Ask what they're doing. Because this is the time when everyone's stuck inside, that the shit outdoors, that actually happens. Maybe it's even the building of new bases, underground bases. I was shown a lot, and it was a big jumble. And obviously, I'm sure you're going to listen to this video and be like, God, he is so fucking choppy right now. Yes, it's because large bits of information were given to me, and I'm sorting them out. And if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget certain things. And I have to comb through what I say, because some of it, unfortunately, is initiation only. And there are reasons for this, because I know when someone comes up to me and starts telling me about certain Loa, I know they're lying to me. I know they're lying to me because they've either said something that is egregiously stupid, but is because the internet's the internet, it's the same information rehashed over and over and over again, that some of us have been very comfortable leaving behind, because we're like, okay. Anyone else with real, actual authority and knowledge wouldn't have said what you just said. So, it's a good acid test. It's the Kool-Aid acid test for me. So, I'm going to pull back. I'm going to let this stuff kind of like worm its way through my head. I'm going to find the correct places to put it in. But if you're seeing similar things, if you're hearing things in this that you can add to, please let's start a conversation. The only way that we're truly going to get out on the other side of this in the best way possible is if we stay connected, if we get prepared, not scared, and remember always this maxim of my temple. In this moment, despair ends and tactics begin. That comes direct from St. George, and that comes direct from all the strategic minds that are in my temple. And this is how we operate, and this is how I've navigated through all the bullshit and all the trouble and all the danger that's come through. This is why I'm still here, and my detractors and my haters and my obstacle makers and my saboteurs are not. It's called winning. Come join a winning side for once. Again, it's your choice.